Hi there, and welcome back to the Red Star Rugby League channels and CKM Red Rugby League. It is Saturday. We are previewing another Serbian Super Sunday coming up, 4 games to go through. Joining me this week, we've got two up-and-coming stars of the game. We've got Marko Satev from Red Star and Luka Ilic from Radnicki Nice talking through our game a little bit later. How are you doing, boys?
Yeah, we're doing great, doing fine. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you both here. And as we mentioned, we are live on the Red Star app as well. So get yourself over there, leave us a comment, let us know where you're watching from. I mean, it's another exciting week in the Serbian game. 2 games to go through, 4 teams in action. We'll jump straight into our first game. We've got Partisan versus Dorchell. It's a big game for Partisan. They're unbeaten this season. Obviously, they got a win against Red Star last week, and it was a very close game. There, Partisan scoring 2 tries in the very last minutes of the game itself. So, I mean, we'll get your thoughts first, Marko. What do you expect to see out of this game between Partisan and Dorchell?
I mean, we played Dorchell and we played Partisan back-to-back, so it's freshly in my mind how it went, and I think it will be a great game. I don't think it will be a lot of scoring because they all play very, very, very hard prop rugby with a lot of hard tackles and very hard rugby, not a lot of play with the ball and everything. But so far, what have I seen was great rugby, and I think the game is going to be very fast-paced and very interesting.
Yeah. What about yourself, Luka? Obviously, you were meant to play against Dorchell last week, but unfortunately, Dorchell were unable to field the side due to a few cases with the COVID and things like that, causing a bit of disruption to their squad. So their squad's obviously rested coming into a big game against Partisan. How do you think that they hold up?
Partisan is unbeaten this season, but Dorchell is pretty good too. I think that the Dorchell will start swinging ball left to right, right to left from the start, because there is no point to go with Partisan props in the middle and to spare energy on that. So Partisan have Stevan Stevanovic, Dragan Jankovic, and a lot of national team players who are pretty good. But Dorchell have a lot of good junior players. I play with them junior seasons and junior cups. They are playing also for seniors, so I'm expecting a pretty good game. I can't wait to see it after our game. So
yeah, that game kicking off at 4:00 today. That one won't be live on Sportsflick, but it will be on the on-demand service. Of course, Sportsflick hosting all the Serbian games this season. I mean, touching on the juniors there. I mean, you'll have played with or against a lot of these players. You two are of similar ages. Obviously, Marko, you took a little bit of time away from the game for a little while, but now back. And what's it like now? Because obviously, when you left, it was when Red Star were at their most dominant, and now coming back, we're in a bit of a rebuild.
Yeah, for me personally, I was in a rebuild, and my conditioning and my strength wasn't there. I wasn't playing the game for like a year or so, and getting back to it now for a few months, I feel good. I feel great, and I think we need some build-up in the team. We need to work harder, and I think the next season will be ours again. And
yeah,
yeah,
and obviously Dorchell have a bit of a surprise package this year. Everybody expected that they'd be coming in a new team, bit of a build up and a little bit of work to go through. But they've come in, they ran Red Star close. They had a great game with yourselves over at Nice. And I mean, how far away do you think Dorchell are for competing for real close points? I mean, obviously they're sitting 3rd in the table at the minute. I think just ahead.
I mean, they're not far at all. They're playing very consistently, and they're still playing nice rugby. they have good players. They have some players, as he said, juniors that are phenomenal and strong, and they still learning, but players that want to play, that have that will to win and to be better and bring some good rugby in Serbia. I think in a few seasons that this league here in Serbia will be very competitive and very good. And have a few teams that can challenge each others, and not only one team that beats all others and only one winner, but it will be very close, I think, and it will be very nice and very good rugby.
Yeah. And obviously, Luka, you talked a lot about the junior system there. Partisan, some of their better players this season have been some of their juniors. You know, Koranovic, who's come up through the youth systems, Stojkovic, who grabbed a couple tries against Red Star last week. How good is it to see their youth system and so many young players in Serbia now taking rugby league up as their first choice sport?
Basically, when I started playing rugby, we were all juniors. They are all my mates. It's good for me to see, and I can say proud of them, because they got so much better at their game, at their tackles, runs, everything. I'm just so proud to see that Stojkovic and Bibic and Krnjeta and everything. They are pretty good players, strong runners. I had a chance playing with them, against them. I played with them junior national team, under 19, under 21, and I played against them on the junior tournaments here in Serbia. So the juniors are going to step up. They are just warming up. All the juniors, Leskovac has also good juniors. Red Star has amazing juniors. Dorchell has amazing juniors. We from Niš have some potentials for the junior national team, and maybe in future A-team national team. So it's pretty good to see juniors that are stepping up.
Yeah, definitely, and it's great to see so many young players getting involved, and it's testament to how much work's getting done in Serbia. And we will get off that one, and we'll go to our game then. It is Red Star versus Radnichi Niš. Of course, this game being played over in Niš. It's a long coach ride across. I think it's about 3 hours on the coach.
Three and a half hours. Yeah.
Yep, 3.5 hours. So a little bit of chance for them legs to get a little bit heavy, but a lot of time for the players to talk and really work out game strategy and get an understanding of each other. And Red Star looking like it's going to be a bit of an unchanged squad from last week against that team that ran Partisan so close. I mean, we'll get your thoughts first, Luka. How do you think that this game's going to go, and how do you think that Radnichi Niš, if they can come up with a win, how do you think that they do that?
So it's pretty obvious that we are going strong in this game. Always in Niš, the first 10 minutes, when we have strength and a lot of conditioning for that first 10 minutes, I think it will be 0-0 like always, because no matter which team are we playing, the first 10 minutes we have a strength and conditioning for the dominant tackles, for everything. And after it, I don't want to talk much about strategy, but we have some plans, and I think we will have a good battle. If nothing, we will have a good battle on the field.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned there the strength of conditioning as well. You only need to take a look at Lazar Zivkovic, who's obviously one of the main stalwarts of your club. and how much he's come on as a player over the close season. He's in great shape again this year, and he's been putting in a lot of work with you boys. I mean, what's it like to have such an elder statesman like Lazar in the squad to really bring you young forwards up and show you the ropes?
So our team is like a few of the older guys, stronger guys, and the others are juniors. And for me, to see Lazar Živković, who is close to 40 and who lost a lot of weight, who is now in full strength, full condition, to see him going full heart, 100%, it's amazing for me, and it just gives me motivation to play.
Yeah. And Marko, I mean, Red Star are obviously going to come into this one as favourites. It's been a while since Niš have managed to cause an upset, but Red Star went into that game against Dorchell as favourites, and it ended up being a 10-point ball game. What do Red Star need to do to make sure that they don't get a little too confident and a little too cocky coming into this one, and make sure that everyone's taking it serious?
The main thing is just, as last thing you said, just take it serious. It's still a rugby league game. Everyone can win. There's no favorites. You can't go in a game and think, okay, we are winning now. I don't need to try and do anything. You always need to play your 120%. You always need to give everything. First 20 minutes is always the most important time of the game. There can be no mistakes in the first 20 minutes. Every set must be completed. Every tackle must be completed. Just know we have a problem with stupid mistakes. And I mean, the most of our tries that we have received, it was from our mistakes. And that needs to change, and that will change, hopefully. But that's the main thing that we need to worry about. So our mistakes, and just going into the game with the mindset that we need to give 120% every single moment that we are on that pitch.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, this Radnicki Niš team has got some very strong players in it. We've mentioned Lazar.
Of course.
Stefan Arsic playing at fullback as well. We saw last week in Nice's last game, just how dominant he is in tackles, how good he is at coming out the back and getting onto those sweeping line moves. And Niš have really put in a lot of work to build a stronger squad. And players like yourself, Luka, the next generation that are coming in are only going to make that team stronger. So I mean, we'll go to score predictions here. We'll start with yourself, Luka. If you were pushed for a score prediction, what would you say tomorrow's result will be in this one?
I really don't want to say the score because it could be anything. If we give our 100 on the field, and even if we lose, and I know that the 13 of players plus substitution and interchanges give 100% on the field and leave their hearts and souls on the field, in my head we won. So yeah. I don't want to say a prediction.
Okay, a very mature response from you there. What about yourself, Marko? What do you think from this game?
I don't know. I don't have any. I mean, I don't want to be rude, so don't say anything stupid. But I don't have any predictions. As Luka said, if everybody gives 100%, we will see what happens. I don't know.
Yeah. So Serbian Rugby League is the winner. That is our prediction.
Of course, yes.
And with that, then we've got. Yeah, but with that, then we've got some comments on the app about what is the latest outlook in terms of games happening week to week, and will the internationals happen? That brings us nicely to topic number 3, the international break. So obviously now we're at a point in the Serbian season where the top 4 teams go into a playoff system. The bottom 2 teams drop down into the second division. So you have the likes of the Southern Region and Novi Beograd dropping down into the second division after the international break. So the international break will consist of games against Bosnia, Montenegro, and Albania. And there's been a few rumblings that some of the younger players may be likely to get a bit of a hit out here. I mean, what will that do to your respective sides? We'll start with yourself, Marko. Obviously, Red Star have got a cohort of international players to pick from, but with rumours that younger players may be given the nod over some of the more senior team. What's your thoughts about what kind of impact this will have on the clubs, and what this will allow the clubs to do?
If you bring a lot of juniors to play in the international team, they will get better, they will have more experience, and your main players in your team could have more time to improve on themselves, on their conditioning, on their trainings. So if you balance it out and you put some juniors that you want to go and let them play, and some of our main players, you can have a great international team and still have players that will train and go hard on our trainings. So
yeah,
probably balance it out. And of course, I'm always for the juniors need to have a chance to get a chance, to play in those kind of competitions.
Yeah. And what about yourself, Luka? Obviously, with younger players getting a call up, you'll be hopeful yourself of getting the nod. You mentioned that you played under 19s at international level, and what effect will this have on yourself and your teammates when niche players do get the nod and pulled up to the international team?
So obviously, we have some players, senior players, like you mentioned, Stefan Arsic. We have Mihailo Jovic, Filip Stosic. They are all pretty amazing players, and I expect them to go. Juniors, we're still players in development. We will have time to play for national team. I really don't expect now, maybe in a couple of years, but if I get a call, I will obviously go. But if I don't, my main focus is to get my conditioning. I have a lot of strength, but my conditioning is pretty off this season, I think. So I will focus on my conditions. So it's about it.
Yeah. And, we mentioned the games against Bosnia, Montenegro and Albania. All those games will be on Sportsflick. So what better reason to head over there and see those games on broadcast? So, I mean, international rugby league is thriving in the Balkan areas, and there's talk of the Balkan Super League and things like that. How important is it to have games against some of our neighbouring nations and encourage that the skill level to be increased continually?
So it's important to have the Balkan League is the most important because we need to raise the standard of the rugby league in this part of Europe. In Balkan and everything, because when you have other countries that are competitive to ours, and when we have other junior representations, national teams around the Balkan, it's pretty good practice. It's pretty good in everything. So that's about it.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And but no, I think we've covered all three of our main topics here. I can only thank you two for joining me to go through these games. Obviously, you have Partisan versus Dorchell at 4:00 tomorrow, and you've got ourselves at Red Star versus Radnichi Nice, live, exclusive, and on demand over at Sportsflick. Go check it out. Best way to keep updated is follow all the socials. Go give the other clubs a little bit of love as well. Go check out their socials and keep up to date with what they're doing. But can only thank you guys for joining me. Thank you, Luka, of course, from Radnicki Nice, and thank you, Marko, from ourselves over at Red Star. Do you have any parting comments?
Nope. I don't. I think we covered everything. It was a good live. Thank you for having us, and I hope we'll make some more. I don't know.
See you Sunday.
Yep.
Yeah, see you Sunday, Luka. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but join us for those games, and we will see you on Monday to wrap up the Serbian action, as well as some NRL content as well, just to keep you happy there. But no, thank you everyone for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.